Hello again, Michael Fish here with your weekly look at the forthcoming weekend, next week's weather, courtesy of netweather.tv. Now I think the most appropriate song at the moment is Ding Dong the Beast from the East is Dead, because it does look as if at long last temperatures over Eastern and Northern Europe and Russia have warmed up nicely, and we've been having southerly or southwesterly winds just recently, with the temperature in North Kent touching 22 degrees. I suppose we're not entirely out of the woods. There is a chance that we could get some cold weather coming back, but it has to be from the north rather than from the east. And actually, if we look at the temperature of the atmosphere, you can still see it's still very cold over much of Greenland and Labrador. So as far as what's going to happen with the atmosphere in the next few days, it looks as if cool air will move into Scotland, so no heat wave, certainly not for the rest of the United Kingdom either. And that cold air will swing into Scandinavia, and then milder, that's the olivey green colour, will move into the United Kingdom. Another pulse of somewhat colder air in the north before much milder yellow-orange air sweeps in from the Atlantic. It's going to turn out to be warmest in the southeast, somewhat cooler in Scotland, and still, as I said, that cold air poised to strike over Greenland, but no sign of it doing so just yet. Excuse me. So as far as the surface level pressure pattern is concerned, we start off with low pressure over northern Scandinavia and a ridge of high pressure to the west, with a sort of coolish northwesterly flow in between behind a clearing cold front. Now the high pressure will continue to build and move into the UK to give a quieter interlude of weather, although the southwesterly flow will persist over Scotland and Northern Ireland. The high then will move into Scandinavia. Oh dear, we've seen it all before, haven't we? But this time I think, as I said at the beginning, there's no cold air to come our way. So the high pressure will, I think, start to rebuild over the south, but the north keeps quite strong southwesterly flow for a time before the building high kills that off and it settles down across the whole country. So for the jet stream, after a wishy-washy few days, it does look as if it's going to settle down to where it should be at this time of the year. In other words, to the north of the United Kingdom for much of next week. So then, the day-to-day weather. On Friday, it's going to start with a band of rain over Wales and northern England, moving southwards to clear the southeast during the morning. And there'll be an area of showers probably coming behind that rain, affecting the Midlands, East Anglia and South East England. 1 or 2 showers in Northern Ireland. Otherwise, the north of the country having a dry day with some sunny periods. It will be, though, cooler, and there will have been some frost to begin with in the north. On Saturday, a chilly start more generally with some frost around, and then it's going to be dry with sunny periods over England and Wales, but there'll be cloud and wind increasing over Scotland and Northern Ireland, bringing some rain, this rain becoming heavier and more persistent as the day wears on, and the southwesterly winds could touch gale force later on in the day. Temperatures probably near normal in the north, but on the warm side in the south. On Sunday we'll have rain spreading southeastwards across the whole country, followed by brighter weather with showers into Scotland, Northern Ireland and later Northern England. The rain, though, shouldn't get to London and the southeast until late afternoon, so it does mean to say reasonably ideal weather, I think, for the marathon. Probably bright rather than sunny, and after a chilly start, temperatures for the stragglers up to about 16 degrees. Temperature wise across the whole country, it will be cooler in the north and, as I said, rather warm in the southeast. On Monday, a fairly windy day everywhere with rain in places, but there will be some drier and brighter spells, especially in eastern England and eastern Scotland, and it'll be a fairly mild day. On Tuesday, the winds will ease off generally. There'll be some rain around in places to begin with, but it's going to be drier and brighter, I think, for much of the country, at least for much of the day, before wet and windy weather sweeps into Scotland and Northern Ireland late on in the evening, again on the mild side. For the middle and latter part of the week, it's going to be, I think, rather settled, especially in northern and western areas. Some brighter spells to be found in the south and east, and a variation in temperature from rather on the cold side in the north to normal or even rather warm at times in the south, and just here and there will be some local frost, maybe 1 or 2 fog patches as well. Well, that's all from me for this week. Join me again this time next week. In between times, have a lovely weekend, and goodbye for now.